Let's go back to that violent incident involving Mavis Hawakumsin, and Kumungu MP Ras Mubarak is asking Parliament's Privileges Committee to summon and investigate Ewutu East MP Mavis Hawakumsin for firing warning shots at a registration centre yesterday. He says the action is an embarrassment to Parliament and a contempt of the House, bringing the name of the House into disrepute and making it a subject of public ridicule. He wants the Privileges Committee to sanction the minister. Joseph Opoko-Gakpo joins us live from Parliament with more. Now, so Joe, was this submission made on the floor of the House, or he told journalists outside the chamber?
No. Mr. Mubarak granted an interview to JoyNews, and in that conversation that he made the point that he thinks Madam Hawakumsin's action is actually something that's unbecoming of a member of Parliament, and that is something that embarrasses the House and as an institution. And for him, it's about time that Parliament as an institution actually set her as an example and deal with her and go ahead and sanction her, so that then for him, other people wouldn't follow suit. He makes the point that he thinks the actions could have disrupted the entire processes as far as ensuring a smooth registration exercise is concerned. So those have been some of the demands from the Kumbungu MP, but his colleagues on the majority side hold a very different opinion. They think this is very much unnecessary. Daniel, just let's get a quick comment on this from the MP for Pandai, who is also the first deputy majority of Martin Windham. There's been calls for privileged committees to investigate Madam Hawakumsin over the shooting incident yesterday. Your reaction?
Well, I think I disagree with those who are making such calls. This is something that is not the domain of Parliament. Privileges Committee do not act this way. I think that the police has something to do with the police. And I think that the police will do their own investigation and come out with what has led to that action or her action. But for somebody to say, because he's just a member of Parliament, Privileges Committee must take over, for what reason? I disagree with that person.
What do you make of her actions, though? Do you see anything wrong with it? Do you think she was just protecting her?
Well, I think that when it comes to a member of Parliament and a minister as well, I don't know the circumstances that led to her actions, but anybody at all on the face value would think that it shouldn't have been so, because looking at her herself as a member of Parliament.
So you would condemn the action?
Well, face value, yes. On face value, when you just hear such a thing, obviously you say it is not nice, okay, and you may want to condemn it. But like I said, I don't know what warranted or what necessitated that action. I wouldn't be able to tell.
To the extent I think it's condemnable. That's why Parliament is interested in getting to the bottom.
That's what I'm saying, that if we have something to do with firing of firearms, Parliament do not have the capacity to do that. The police have the capacity to do that. So just like every meaningful person will suggest that, look, some police investigation must be done.
Many thanks for speaking to us. Matthew Nyendam there is the first deputy majority in Parliament. Daniel.
Well, for bringing us those updates, you just heard the first deputy whip of the majority, that is Matthew Nyenda, member of Parliament for Pandai, say that at face value he thinks that the Honourable Mavis Hawakumsin should not have behaved the way she did. Now let's head to the central region, Cape Coast, where the 4 accused persons who were picked up after that incident occurred yesterday have been released on bail. Now they were charged with conspiracy to commit crime, causing unlawful damage to the 3 motorbikes, and the discharge of firearms in a public place without authority. They pleaded not guilty to all 3 charges. Of course, Richard Kojunyako speaks for us in the central region. He joins us on the line. Now, Richard, the first question, of course, will be, Mavis Hawakumsin says that she fired those warning shots. Why are these people being charged with illegal discharge of firearms?
Also, the police explains that this is a separate incident, and they believe that some firearms were discharged, apart from what Madam Hawakumsin has admitted she firing it in the public space. So if you look at the charges, it includes the charges that were put on them, the 4 people. It included, unlawful discharge of firearm in the public space. So I have the police PRO here, DSP Irene Upon here, to have a brief interaction with her. What really is happening in the case of Madam Hawakumsin, because she's admitted that she openly opened fire in the public space. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So tell us, what kind of investigation are you doing in the case of Madam Hawa Kumsen, because she has admitted that she opened fire in public?
Thank you very much. Currently, we are taking statements from her by the Kasoa Divisional Police Command, and we are taking the statement on discharge of firearms in a public place without authority. That is the angle that we are taking that statement from.
Why hasn't she been arrested like the 4 people that were arrested, because she has admitted to this?
Currently, as I have explained already, let me take DOFSU issues as an example. With DOFSU issue, where a complaint is made, the suspect or anybody who is involved is invited to the police station, first either by verbal invitation or a letter for the person to report. When the person comes to the police station and you are being taken to the procedure, at that moment you are under arrest. Because if you are treated as a suspect, before you leave that place, you need to be granted bail. And again, when we talk of detention, it's not only putting somebody behind bars that defines detention. If I restrict your movement for hours at a particular place, that is also a form of detention.
Do you think that Madam Hawa Kumsen could be arrested when she comes to the police station to give her statement?
Currently, she is at Kasoa Divisional Police Command. They are taking statements from her. I'm waiting for a feedback from Kasoa Divisional Command for them to give me what the outcome was, so that being as close, I can comment on it.
All right. So, Daniel, you heard me speak with DSP Irene.
Richard, I'm sorry, that was a bit unclear. Is Madam Mavis Hawa Kumsen under arrest currently?
No. As we speak, she's not under arrest. We are told by the police that she's been made to write her statement, but at the moment, she's not been arrested.
Right. Richard, thank you very much for that interaction. Richard Kojianko is our correspondent in the Central Region. He was speaking to DSP Irene Opong, who is the Public Relations Officer for the police in the Central Region.